So hello my Beatles friends. We are starting the new introduction of the new items, and today I decided to combine, since I bought many albums as you saw in my previous video. I want to continue the line of my solo Beatles albums and showing you the differences between the albums. So I decided to continue with George Harrison today and show you all his albums, combine the new ones with my older ones. I'm gonna mention which albums are the new ones and which are the old ones. So I'm gonna start from the first. Okay, so the first ever album released on Apple Records and by any Beatle solo, this is Wonderwall Music. This is a German first pressing. This is the back. I mean, it goes like this. Hop, hop. It has this inner sheet with the picture and with the Apple logo. It has 4-page booklet. Pictures here, information, and some commercials of the other albums. This is George, and this is George with Patty. So, and here comes the vinyl, and the vinyl is on green apple. So, this is the first pressing of Wonderwall Music, the first album released on Apple Records and by any Beatles solo. Okay, so second album is experimental album, and I said in my previous video, John Lennon video, that I'm not gonna discuss experimental albums in these videos because I want to dedicate a separate video to all 4 experimental albums, but I'll just show it to you briefly. This is the first UK pressing of Electronic Sound. This is the back. This is the original inner sleeve that comes with it. And the album is on Apple Records, as you can see it here, sold in UK, text. So it's original first pressing UK album. So now we start, for me, the first real George Harrison album, and this is a masterpiece. So this is my first box that I have, that I bought a couple of weeks ago. And this box is a new one. So now I have 2 boxes. The first difference that I want to show in these 2 boxes is that one is thinner than the other. So this one, the thin one, the new one, is American. This is from America, and this is opens like that as a separate 2 parts. And this original German pressing it opens like a booklet. You cannot separate the first top. Now the inner sleeves and the labels and everything is the same, so I will just show you one inner sleeve with one album in order to, you know, save some time. So this is the inner of the German, and here we go to the inner of the American. Now the colors are the same colors. So this is the inner of the American. Looks exactly the same. Now both of them have the same poster in the same size. I'm not going to open that poster because it's huge. And the Apple on the on label looks like this. This is the American. And on the cover itself, there is a printing that it says printed in the United States. Okay, so this is another label of the American one. And I'm going to show you one more from Germany, so you see the difference. The German one, of course, has Gamma and also the text on the round. So they're pretty much the same, but of course, like always, there are some differences. Okay, so okay, next album by George, which is, so this is Living in a Material World. This is the back, and this is a Japanese pressing. So it has a lot of inserts. I'm going to take all of them out and show you by one. Yeah, like it says here, it's a Japanese text here. Yeah, you see this is Japanese text. Zoom back to Jack. So this one also I bought last week. This is the gatefold of the Japanese, and this is the back. Now, the Japanese pressing comes with a brown inner sleeve. This is the label. And this is the other side of the vinyl, the second label. The inner sleeve also has Japanese text here. So now we have here two booklets. So so the first booklet is the cover, is the album artwork, and this is the logo. And then it opens for a 4-page booklet with the lyrics. And all the lyrics are in English. And also we have here a special Japanese reissue booklet, a brown one, and this one contains pictures and lyrics, but now it's on Japanese. So I'm gonna open you and show you just one page. Okay, so here how it looks like. This is the brown, this is the pictures, and all the lyrics are on Japanese. So there are no further pages with pictures, only Japanese text. So this is a special issue for a Japan pressing. Okay, next. Extra Texture. This is also new album, and this is also Japanese pressing. In a mint condition, and it says here also Japanese text, but some of the albums are cut here, but I believe that's how they came. Okay, so let's take everything out. So first of all, Japanese pressing is the cut out cover, Extra Texture. Then it has inner sheet with Japanese text on it, with lyrics. I mean, it goes English, Japanese, English, Japanese. So this is the lyric sheet. This is the inner sleeve with 2 pictures. Yeah, that's the inner sleeve. And the album itself that comes on Extra Texture label. That's it. So this is another new album, Extra Texture Japanese pressing. So next album is Dark Horse. Now Dark Horse, I have 3 different variations, and I'm gonna show you all 3 of them. So this is the first one that I have previously. This is not the new one. And this is the gatefold in a very bad condition, and all the inners are missing. But what's interesting about this one is that label is light blue. It's not blue, it's light blue. And this is a Yugoslavian pressing on Jugoton label. Yugoslavian pressing on Jugoton label, as you can see it here. Now I have another copy which is on label MFP, Music for Pleasure, and this is the front, not the original that we know. This is the back cover of the original. The original back cover is the front here, and here on the back we just have list of the songs. And inside here we have just a plain white inner sleeve with MFP logo on the label. That's it. Very simple pressing without any additions. I mean, music for pleasure albums, they are very simple normally. And here comes the last one, but definitely not the least. This is not a gatefold. This is also on MFP. This also on MFP, but this one has different cover. I mean, both albums are released on the same label. Yeah, both of them are released on the same label. Both of them are quite similar, but this one has the original cover. Now, this one is sealed, and unfortunately, I'm not going to open that. But still, this is the MFP Music for Pleasure label, Dark Horse single album without any inners or inlays, but it's in a mint condition. It's absolutely mint and it's sealed. Okay, the next one. 33 1/3. Now, this is the only copy that I have. I bought it like a couple of months ago, and I don't have the other one to compare because there was none in the new collection, and I don't need one because I am very satisfied with this copy, and this is a mint condition copy which I really like. So this is the front, this is the back, this is the gatefold. It comes with inner sleeve with lyrics and the 33 1/3 logo. And this is the first album on Dark Horse label. Okay. Next album is self-titled Harrison. This is a new copy. This came a couple of days ago, and this is Italian pressing from Milano. That's quite interesting. So this is a single sleeve album, and this is the inner sleeve just with the text, and here with credits and George Harrison pictured. And the album is also on Dark Horse label. Okay, so this is also a new one. I didn't have this album previously, but now I do, thanks to my new collection. So, this is an Italian pressing. By the way, when you look at the Italian pressings, like I said multiple times on my videos, you have here an ink stamp. So, all Italian pressings do have that ink stamp, and also the CDs. There are some import CDs from Japan to Italy, and they also have that kind of ink stamp on the back side. Okay, so that was George Harrison album. The next one, Somewhere in England. Now, Somewhere in England, I have two copies. This is my first copy that I have already for a month, or more than a month. This is German pressing. So this is the front, this is the back. This is the inner sleeve. This is the lyrics, and this is on Dark Horse label. And this copy is exactly the same. It's also exactly the same copy. Also with the same inner, same sleeve. And this is also on Gemma. So this is also German. So exactly two exact copies of the album. Okay. Next album, Gun Troppo. Now, Gun Troppo, I have only one copy, and this came also with the purchase last week. This is manufactured in Germany. So this is also a German pressing in a mint condition, absolutely mint condition. This is the front, this is the back. It comes with an interesting inner sleeve with lyrics. And it is also on Dark Horse label. I don't know why people dislike this album, but I kind of like this album. It's a very enjoyable album, actually. I don't know why people tend to dislike this album. It's the same album just like Paul McCartney's Press to Play, which is a good album, but somehow people don't like it. Why? I don't know. So, next album by George. Cloud 9. Now, my first pressing that I have is German. This is my first pressing that I have, German, and this is the second pressing that came a couple of days ago. They're also both the same, both German, and here we have the inner sleeve with pictures, and this is also on Dark Horse label, German pressing. So Somewhere in England and Cloud 9 album, both of them I have exactly the same copies, same issues. So I don't know what to do with them. Help me out. Okay. That was the last album, studio album released by George during his lifetime. And now we're gonna talk some other albums which are live albums and some compilations. All the non-studio albums. So this is the reissue of 2017 reissue of George Harrison's Live in Japan. This is not a gatefold. This just comes with the two plain red inners. I'm going to take one of them out and show you. And this is the beautiful picture of George. Not a picture, a drawing. And the labels are also red and similar to the cover. I don't want to take them out. I mean, this is the new reissue of 2017. This is not the original. Of course, it's in a mint condition. I just bought it a couple of weeks ago in the store. Okay, so one more thing that I would like to show. This is George Harrison maxi single Got My Mind Set on You with different versions. This I have already like a couple of months in my collection. And this is also on Dark Horse label. Okay, next one. This is Traveling Wilburys #1. This I have like almost a year in my collection. This is the normal pressing, German pressing. This is the front, this is the back, this is the inner sleeve. This is the other side of the inner sleeve, and it comes on this beautiful label. It's, needless to say, it's also a German pressing. Okay, so 2 albums more to go. Well, sorry, actually it's 3 more albums to go. Now we want to talk about the wonderful live album that I really love and admire as one of my most favorite live albums of all time. George Harrison and Friends Concert for Bangladesh. So this is my first copy that I have. So this opens like that. This is the cover. It comes with brown inner sleeves, and it comes on this custom label, and it's a Dutch pressing from Holland. And it comes with a beautiful booklet. This is the second copy that I have in my collection, and this is already a British pressing, British original pressing. It also opens like that. It comes with a beautiful booklet, and the albums look exactly the same as the Dutch pressing, but it says here Made in England. So everything is absolutely the same, but here it says made in England, and it's on Apple Records, of course. So, and if we take the Dutch pressing once again, we see absolutely the same label. And the catalog number is exactly the same. The catalog number is STCX3385. So everything is the same, only it says made in Holland and the other one says made in England. That's it. But nevertheless, doesn't matter where this album was made, is one of the greatest live albums of all time. And thank George Harrison very much for making that album. Okay, so now I would like to mention two other albums that George Harrison has to do with. This is the British original pressing of Mike Betts' The Hunting of the Snark. This one includes the all-star ensemble, which is Roger Daltrey, Art Garfunkel, John Hurt, Julian Lennon, Cliff Richard, Captain Sensible, John Gielgud, London Symphony Orchestra, Denise Williams, and many more. And George Harrison plays guitar on this one. So, just thought worth mentioning. And the second album that I want to talk about is Nobody's Child, and George Harrison appears on a couple of albums, and the Nobody's Child, the song by Traveling Wilburys that was not released along with the albums, appears here on this album. So I thought it was also worth mentioning. Okay, so that was my George Harrison discography. Unfortunately, I do not have Brainwashed album on vinyl, but I have the deluxe version CD, so okay. Now, along with my new collection that I received, I got also John Lennon and Paul McCartney albums, but the discography of John Lennon and Paul McCartney I have already covered. I'm not gonna do that again. Just in the next video, I will just show you a couple of new albums. The double albums that I got, and I will just compare them. So and another video I will dedicate to experimental albums. I have all 4 on vinyl. So thank you very much for watching. That was the first touch of a new collection, and see you in my next videos. Bye bye.